So I went to Tasmania last week and it was eventful and it was a bit of a mess. So I'm going to tell you all about it. Let's introduce the main characters. On the left is Grace. She likes eating carrots, sleeping in, and deliberating over what shirt to wear. And I'm Georgia on the right. I like dancing awkwardly in my room, keeping a journal, and avoiding brushing my hair, amongst other things. This is Aston. He had a bit of a beard one day, and then the next day he didn't. He likes midnight oil and making last-minute decisions, and having a boiled egg on hand as a snack. He kind of followed us around on this trip, I'm not gonna lie. We didn't travel together, but I ended up seeing him every single day in Tasmania, just lurking around the place. I'm joking, sort of. So the first day started with all of that usual faffing around at the airport, checking in bags, boarding, getting off the plane, hauling your bag off the conveyor belt, taking failed self-timer photos beside a cafe while you wait for your Uber. Other highlights, we checked out a cool bookstore, Aston turned up, he did a headstand. We all got Indian, beautiful dinner. The owner had his little baby grandson on his hip at the cash register, and the baby really loved that Baby Shark song, so that set the tone for our meal. Grace put on an impromptu concert for one, i.e. me, in the reception room, and her set list was pretty much exclusively Taylor Swift, so good times. Grace and I played bananagrams. I thought this was worth taking pictures of. This was the day of my downfall, not to be dramatic. Things went smoothly for the first few hours until the fateful incident that kicked off the great Tasmanian food poisoning saga. I'm being a bit dramatic, yeah. But the story is I ordered this exciting dish for lunch, a wallaby pita, and I was hyping it up. I wouldn't stop talking about it. I was so hungry, so ready. And then when I ate it, I kept pausing and saying how good it was. I was generally just really pissing off my friends with my enthusiasm. But then, perhaps this is some form of karma. Things started going a little bit pear-shaped. Here's a photo of me looking like I'm lying in a casket at my own funeral. And before I know it, I've just made it back off the ferry and I end up throwing up off the wharf, giving the fish a little treat, a little wallaby special. So to summarise the end of this day, it entailed lots of vomit, me befriending a plastic bucket, and Grace becoming my nurse. So thank you, Grace, love you. Today the bucket and I are really chummy. We've spent a lot of time together. I'm really leaning on my new friend, and I feel like we've really built the foundations of a solid partnership. Yeah, this day was a write-off. I just slept and watched Succession. Today, the bucket and I part ways. It's bittersweet, but we're going to keep in touch. And that evening, I managed to get to a live music event, which is great, and the security people let me bring my dinner in. My Coles water crackers and my lemon lime Gatorade. Aston turns up, surprise, surprise. Grace draws a horse while we're lying around. I draw some sort of donkey creature. I give Aston a circle of shame to ride in. I'm not sure why I did this, but anyway, there you go. But from there, the trip started wrapping up. I bought some very overpriced nuts at the airport. I was hungry. It felt necessary, and there's not much else to say, but I'm really thankful for the shit show that was our trip. It was a really beautiful shit show. I think that's not an oxymoron. You can have both.